Before we begin, please take note that I am what doctors call high functioning on the autism spectrum. That means that I blend in almost as completely normal, or at least charmingly quirky from time to time. I don't like big crowds. Lots of loud noises going on freak me out. I take things literally, but I'm not special needs. I was 18 at the time, fresh out of an all-girls academy, filled to the brim with useless knowledge about American history, pirates, and mummification processes throughout ancient history. I had fallen in love as a kid with this living history site nearby, and they took me on as a volunteer. I was living the dream, talking to people about the horror of smallpox inoculation and dressed in period clothing that made me look like an Amish reject. That was until the intern showed up. Remember when I said I went to an all-girls school? Yeah, I had no interaction with guys whatsoever. I was awkward and unattractive, but he didn't seem to mind. Granted, he was no Prince Charming either, with a large nose, large gut, and smug face topping a diminutive frame. But it was the first time another guy had paid any attention to me, so this was all new and exciting stuff. I fell pretty hard. I had no self-esteem whatsoever, and he knew that. He preyed on it, and he thrived on it. I was 18, he was 24. I felt sophisticated dating an older guy, but he was very clear that I was not his girlfriend. I didn't get it, though. We kissed, we held hands, we did things boyfriends and girlfriends did. He also was obsessed with getting pictures of me naked, which was really weird. He tried to get me to talk dirty to him by asking me what I was wearing, and I made up ridiculous things I was wearing to piss him off, and corrected his grammar while I was at it. Eventually, after emotionally manipulating me, hurting me, and depriving me of the one thing I wanted, a relationship, he finally agreed to hang out with me again, at his house, alone. You guys watching this are smart. You read the description. Spoiler alert, I get raped. Now, it didn't happen like it does in the movies. I wasn't dosed at a party. I didn't fight back. I wasn't in a dark alley by myself. I was with a guy I was in love with, but didn't return the sentiment. He told me if I did what he wanted, I would be his girlfriend. I begged him, pleaded for him to stop, but he just continued to touch me and laughed when I said I didn't like it. He called me a lesbian when I protested. After everything happened and he brought me home, I took a shower. I felt violated, but I didn't tell anyone because I was stupid and still cared about him. I didn't even know what he did was rape until years later when I looked up the definition of rape. Eventually, I pressed charges. I bawled like a baby through the report, reliving every minute of the worst experience of my life. The only bit of evidence was a screenshot of a half-assed apology he sent me. The charges were dropped due to lack of evidence, along with any hope I had for justice.